Hey, what's up, leets and geeks? Here we are, Tuesday, and we're going to get into Chronos Builder Mapmaking in the Mapmaking Beast software that is just in beta right now, but you guys are getting an exclusive look here on RPG Elite. And if you're new to the channel, hey, I want to welcome you. This place right here, this is RPG Elite. This is the place where we put the RP back in the RPG. And how do we do that? We give you tools, tips, tutorials like the one today, and real talk about the tabletop RPG space and culture. We do all of those things for one reason and one reason alone, so that you can have a more enjoyable and immersive tabletop RPG experience. I'm looking forward into getting into the nuts and bolts of this because it's exciting. I've already done the video, so I know what's coming up. This is just in beta. It's got me geeked because of the, okay, I'm not gonna say anything about it right now. I'll say something on the back end. Let's say you're looking to get a map making software like either Chronos Builder, or maybe you're looking to get Dungeon Alchemist, either one of them, or some other one. But maybe your computer is struggling right now because it just doesn't have the juice when it comes to the graphics card. I'm going to suggest the one that I have in my computer right now because it has done wonders for me as far as graphically being able to render things and just be a decent card. So here it is, GeForce GTX 1660 SC Ultra. Make sure if you're interested and you're in the market for one, make sure you get the SC Ultra of this. I got this because my other card, which is an EVGA, by the way, my other card, which is over here, it's still sitting there. It works, but boy, it was struggling. Couldn't hang because I'm doing videos now and I work in DaVinci Resolve, and DaVinci Resolve is a hawk when it comes to that. So you need a good video card. But not only do I do that, but I do virtual tabletops in terms of running my games online. And so to look at all the animations and have all that stuff going, I need it for that, as well as just basic graphical stuff for games and all the rest of that. So I switched out my card. Man, this thing has been a dream. It's a mid-range card, y'all. So this is going to run you about $200 or so. And if you're looking to use Chronos Builder, Dungeon Alchemist, or maybe in the future you're thinking about doing a little bit of some video editing, well, then you definitely, if you don't have the card right now, this is definitely the card to get. I got this card and all that stuff pretty much went away. 90% of the time, I have absolutely no problems doing exactly what I want to do. This card is the bomb diggity. Go get it. You'll thank me later. The link is in the description below. Click on that bad boy, and if you're in the market for one, like I said, it's gonna run you about $200, $210, somewhere in that range. It's a great card, so go grab it. Chronos Builder, map making, editing tools. We're gonna get into it, folks. We're gonna see, even in beta, the glimpse of what Chronos Builder will be able to do. Now, you can't get it because it is in beta, and if you didn't get it on the Kickstarter at this point, okay, you're just out of luck. However, I'm telling y'all, once you see the things that it can do, even in beta, because some of this stuff doesn't even work, but I'm telling you, this is dope. And stay until the end, because I got something I want to talk to you guys about, and I need your feedback. So, I will see you on the other side. Welcome to the Chronos Builder tutorial. Today we're going to be looking at the editing tools and controls in the beta of Chronos Builder. Now again, it's beta, so some of this stuff is not quite working as it should, not yet, but it's still some really cool things that we're going to be able to do. So let's open up that map called the Center that I was talking about the last time, which was supposed to be in our Gamer World one shot. Didn't show up in that, but that's okay. We didn't get that far. So we can still use this, right? All right, so here we are. And we have the center right here. And what I'm going to do for this tutorial is I'm going to be taking one piece of a wall here. We're just going to be looking at that. But before we do that, let's take a look at the new Victorian assets. This is brand new, so they got some new Victorian assets. I'm going to click on that. Oh, shoot. Oh, hold on a second. So let's go over here. I'm going to go up a little bit, go over so I can see this stuff. Go like this. Go forward just a little and then come down. All right, so let's see what some of this stuff looks like. I'm just going to grab this over here. Oh, man, that looks pretty. Wow. That looks pretty. Nice. All right. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look. There's another car right here. Let's see what this one looks like. Oh, I like that one too. That looks pretty dope. I like that. All right. What else they got? Is that a rug? That is a rug. It looks like... No, that's a green bill? Oh, that's money. And that's another bill or some kind of like a CD or something. Fairy tale book. Okay, so these are smaller things. Let me see this book stack right here. Let's see what that looks like. Oh man, nice. Oh wow. Oh wow, that's really nice. See what else they have here. Got some lighting fixtures here. Let me try one of these out. Have to put it over here. Oh, that looks fantastic, man. I love that. Wow, that is nice. Very nice. Very nice. See what else? What we got? What else we got here? We're not going through all of them. I'm just going to pick and choose here a couple things. This chair looks interesting. Look at that. Got that shiny leather going on. Cool, cool. Try to choose one more thing here because they just added these in the last update. So, oh, let's choose a statue. I like this one. I don't know if I like that one. What's this one here? Statues of nuns. What's this one? Let's try this one. Oh wow, that thing is huge. That's a whole lot bigger than what I was expecting. Okay. All right. Nice. Nice. So yes, these are the new Victorian assets. Well, quite a few. It looks like might be over 100. So that's new assets that they just included. But that's not what we're going to focus on today. Just wanted to kind of show that off as a preview of the things that they're working on. I wanted to show off today how to use the editing tools here in Chronos Builder. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to close this up because that can get annoying real quick. And anytime that you're going to work with anything, whether it be props or whether it be structures, you got to make sure that over here you have the right thing highlighted. Right now it's on props, but since we're going to be working with structures, and we're make sure that it is highlighted like that. Now I'm pull back a little bit here, and I'm going to choose this wall, and we're going to work on this wall. And I'm just going to take this wall outside here because it's just going to be easier. Let me move over here closer so we can see that a little better. Okay, and we're just going to look at the editing controls now. These here are what I call the quick controls. It's to do quick edits that are not much detail. So let's go over those real quick. This first one here that it defaults to is the move. So if I just make sure that it's highlighted, and I take my mouse cursor right there and I press and hold my left mouse button, I can just move it wherever I want to move it. Once I get it to wherever I want to move it, I'll just hold off, and once I let off, this menu pops back up. Next is the rotation, and you do the same thing here. You just press and hold, and it'll always default back, and that bothers me. Whatever I change it to, it should actually keep it there. But anyway, you can turn it in whatever direction you want to turn it in terms of rotation. So it's the opposite of whatever you want it to do, on whatever side, and it doesn't quite work all the time. Very weird. I'm sure they're working on this. It doesn't work flawlessly on the rotation per yet, but that is how you could do it. You can rotate it like that. Next is scaling the wall. So if I click on that, then I press and hold my left mouse button, then I go kind of what I would say is up. And let me turn this a little bit so you guys can see it. Probably better like this. I press and hold, and I go like that. You see it go bigger, and then you go smaller as you go down. Now it does this in increments of 100% and only goes up to 300%. So it only does that twice. So you can make it bigger twice, and then that's it. You go to 300%, and then you can go down back to 100%. Then, see, it doesn't do that consistently either. And then you have your last control here, which is your delete. So if I just didn't want the wall, I would just delete it. But just pressing Control Z will bring the wall back. So those are what I call your quick editing controls, which pop up anytime that you're choosing an object, whether it be a structure or a prop. But what if I don't want to do a quick one? What if, let's say I'm rotating here. So if I'm rotating, I'm like, man, I don't want it to go 90 degrees. I wish I could go, maybe 30 degrees and 30 more degrees, not a whole 90 degrees. Is there any way to do that? Well, yes, there is. And that's where we're going to the object detail window. So we're going to open this back up, and we're going to look at this for this dungeon wall. It's a clean dungeon wall, by the way. I was looking at that earlier. I was like, man, this is really clean dungeon wall. But anyway, first thing that you see up here are your tags. So if you want to do a search for it, these are the tags you can put in that this wall is going to show up in. You can also put in whatever it's in its label. So if you put in dungeon, the wall will show up. If you put in wall, the wall will show up. But here you have 3 different kinds of controls, just like over here. You have position, which is like your move and your quick controls, rotation, which is rotation, and scale, which is scale. Well, you can do more incremental editing. This is where it gets real fun with Chronos Builder. Let's say I want to use this, but I don't really want to use this as a wall per se. I want to use this as part of a angled roof that I'm going to put over the center over here. I'm just going to use this as that roof. So how would we do that? First thing, we're going to need to rotate that, which I just did. But now I need to angle it. So how would I angle it? Well, it would still be here on the rotation axis. And the only one where the controls are actually working at this moment is the y-axis. So let's say I wanted to turn it that 30 degrees that I was talking about. Then I can come here and increase it by 30 degrees. And you can see it has 30 degrees there. I can go ahead and do it again, and I have 30 more degrees. So these controls will increase or decrease it by 30 degrees. I'm going to put it back at 90 degrees there. And I want this angle. I want it to be angled. So I'm going to go up to the x-axis here. I'm going to put in a number. And let's say I want to put in, I'm going to say 45. Is it 45 degrees that those roofs are? Let's find out. So you can either click on it. 45 seems a little steep, doesn't it? You can click on it and it'll go 45 degrees. So now you got a 45 degree tilting wall, which you can use as a angled roof. Not in its current condition, but we'll get there in a second. Now I could rotate this to go in a certain direction like this, and that is what I want to do. So you can see I rotated it around because I'm going to be putting it on the far wall when we do this on the center. And now if I really want to get crazy with it, we're not going to do that for this piece, but I just want to show you how it works. If I really want to get crazy with it, I can put in some numbers here in the z-axis, and let's just put in something like 30. And if I press enter, or you could just click on outside of it and it'll do it. Oh, now look what happened. Check it. Let me pull it back so you guys can check this out. So as you can see, the wall is now tilted to the left, and now it looks like it's just kind of in space right there, right? And so you could really get some granular control here. Now, again, in beta right now, you can't use these controls that do it by 30% increments, except for the y-axis. Not quite sure why that is, but why that is. Oh man, I'm a poet and don't know it. Okay, so I'm going to go and push 0 to get that back to where we want it to go. But I want this to be a roof, and we're still way low for this to be a roof on this building. I'm going to go over here a little bit, pull back. So how are we going to get this piece over here? I need to get this over here. So first thing I can do is I can just go with the quick controls and just click and drag it over to the wall. Okay, there we have that. So I can move in a little bit. But I still need to get this piece up here. So that's where we go to your positioning up here. So your X and your Z is going to move you this way or this way, right? So if you move and you can put a plus in, oops, I've got the tile. Move that tile back and click that wall. There we go. So if I use this as a plus, it's going to move me further that way, right? And if I do this here, then it's going to move me up and down that way. So the y-axis is where it gets really fun. If I increase it 5%, oh, suka now. If I click off of it, it looks like I got myself a 90 or a 45-degree angled roof section. But if I go in a little bit here, ooh, looks like I got a space right there, right? I need that as close to the wall as we possibly can. Let me choose that again. And I'm going to need it to go this way a little bit. So if you are doing this in increments, you can do it in a 10th increments. That means that instead of -7, I can go -7.5. I can click on it like this and it'll move it 0.5 this way. Over here, if I want to go 8 point, now this is going to move it in the direction I want to move it to close this gap. If I do 0.5, it's going to go over. I can see that already. So I need to go back and I need to do some experimentation. So it's not 0.5. I'm going to guess it's like 0.2 to get it to where it looks like it's connecting. Let's see. Oh, that's pretty good. If I click off of it, not quite, probably 0.1. Okay, click off. Okay, let's move in a little bit so we can make sure. Looks like we still got some space there. Got some space. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on it, and it looks like it needs to go down a little bit. It needs to go down by a small increment. So I'm going to go down on the y-axis by about 1. Ah, there we go. There we go. What day is it? Guess what day it is? Okay, and there it is. I got my 45-degree angled roof section. So all you would have to do then, if you just take this wall and press Control-C and you can copy it, then you could just kind of press Control-V somewhere near there. Somewhere near there. Okay, well, you get it near there, and then you can do your magic and place it wherever you want to place it. So that is a very cool thing that you can do, and now the sky's the limit at this point. Sky's the limit. I mean, you can make maps in all kinds of different ways. You can place them, place your structures in all kind of different positions and directions and all the rest of that. Now, there's one more thing I want to show you. I want to show you how to group things. Now, they do have group controls down here, but right now in beta, it does not work. So I'm clicking on it and I'm getting no love. But it does not mean that you cannot group things together. So I want to do something here. I'm going to go down here. I'm just going to choose a floor. I'm going to do section the floor just like that. I'm going to build it. All right. Now at the moment, and I'm going to close this up real quick too. So at the moment, so you have this floor, and what I can do when I come up to the structures here is just take one and move a certain tile. Easy enough, right? But what if I want to use, I want to take this whole floor and I want to move the whole floor like over here. I messed up and I need to move the whole floor up 2 or 3. Well, you could do that, even though the group icon thing over here is not working. It's kind of in secret right now. So what you do is you press your shift key and then you can just choose, and as you can see, a little icon right there shows up right next to the move icon. Right? You choose everything that you need. Okay. Then you can just click on that group. It'll change the way it looks. Then now, when you press and hold your left mouse button and drag it, you drag the whole floor instead of just one tile. If you don't want them grouped anymore, then you just click off of there and you can now move individual tiles again. By being able to do this, I mean, even with this in beta, folks, sky's the limit. Now, here's something. The good thing about this is that you have this kind of granular control to really make the maps that are in your imagination. There's a downside. You know how you'd be spending all that time in Dungeon Draft or Incarnate or any other map making software that you have? Yeah, it's still going to take a lot of time. Especially now that you know how to use the editing tools. Oh man, you're going to be spending just as much time making this as you would doing the others when you have the time. Now, another plus of Chronos Builder is that, again, I just made that floor in seconds, literally. So you can actually make, as I showed before in the last video, I made this whole section right over here after I chose everything, literally within about 10 seconds. So I wasn't placing walls individually or anything like that. So that's the good thing about it. You can make, if absolutely needed, really quick maps. Chronos Builder is getting better and better in beta. Okay, what gets me excited about this software is the granular detail that you can do things. I mean, just being able to move it like a 10th of a degree or whatever, that's just crazy. I dig that. I don't know if that's the geek in me or whatever, but I dig that because that just expands your horizon in the things that you can actually do in terms of maps in Chronos Builder. Okay, so I got a couple of things. I want to announce something. Number one, the RPG Elite website will be up this month. I've only got a few things to do, so that is going to be up and running. What's going to be there? Articles and things that you pretty much get here on the YouTube channel. This is for people who don't know nothing about me and they discover me through that means. However, the main thing that the website is going to support will be the Elite Squad. The Elite Squad is going to be a membership site for those of you who really want to get in on some extra content. Now, in terms of what kind of content, what will it offer? I want to do a separate video, and it's going to be a short one, because I just want to get some direct feedback from you. So the comments are going to be very important when I make this video. So it's kind of the most direct way that I can do these things with you guys. I will be making that video soon. Now, if you're interested in this and you haven't subscribed, maybe this is the first time you come to the channel, kind of liking what you see, and you want to be in on this, then what I suggest that you do is hit the subscribe button. And if you want, you can hit the notification bell as well. When I come out with the video, which is going to be very soon, like I might even come out with the video today just because it will be that short of a video. I just really want to get you guys' input on this. So make sure you hit subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss that video. You can get in on that so I can hear from you guys. And of course, I mean, If you did like this video, then go ahead and crush the like button. For a brother, give me just a little YouTube algorithm love. All right. Now, if you want to watch some more videos that I have, hey, check this one out because it tends to be popular here on this channel. But until the next time, folks, I'm going to catch you on Friday, God willing, and I'm going to catch you on the flip because a brother, me, I got to.
So exit, stage left.
Oh, peace. 5,000 leets. Oh, a brother? Out.